from the campus of the University of Alabama. Live sports from Alabama's sports team. This is WVUA Sports.
Welcome into sports, everybody. I'm Scott Braswell. Gary Harris has the evening off. Let's begin with men's basketball. Alabama head coach Anthony Grant and Florida coach Billy Donovan go way back. Grant spent 10 years as an assistant under Donovan and considers him a mentor. But here's the catch. Grant has yet to beat said mentor since he became a head coach. Last night, both of their respective teams met on the hardwood. There you see the teacher and the pupil meeting up before the game. First half, the Tide came out sluggish, and Florida took advantage because that is what good teams do. The Gators would go on an 8-0 run where they forced 5 turnovers. Florida goes into the half up 13, but you know what they say, basketball is a game of runs, and the Tide makes one of their own. Down 12, Alabama would go on a 16-4 run over 9 minutes and tie the game thanks to Ricky Terrence layup right there. Under a minute to go, still tied, and it's Dorian Finney-Smith for the Gators. Slams it home for 2, gives the Gators the lead. Last chance for Alabama. Levi Randolph gets a good look, but it's Dorian Finney-Smith. This guy's all over the place, gets the block, and Alabama loses a heartbreaker 52-50. After the game, both coaches not pleased with their team's performance.
Well, I didn't feel like we had the energy that we needed to start the game. I thought early in the game, I thought guys tried to bring it. Things didn't go well for us early in terms of having the success, the results that we wanted. We didn't handle that well. So, you know, that's something that we've talked about. We've got to get better at. You know, the bottom line is you know, you can't come into games with unrealistic expectations in terms of how things are going to go for you individually or for the team. And when it doesn't happen, your energy still got to stay good. You still got to play. You still got to be able to make the plays that you have to make. We didn't handle those situations very well the first half.
We won, but you know, our issues are still unresolved, you know, in my opinion. It just, you know, it's like the start of the second half, you're up by 13 and I got to take 5 guys off the floor, and you know, we score 7 points in 12 minutes of play, and you score 17 points in the second half. I mean, I'm happy we won the game, don't get me wrong. But I was not happy at all with the way we played in the second half. You know, we managed to hang on and make a couple plays and, you know, win the game.
Let's go to football with the Super Bowl just a few days away. All the talk this week has centered on the Deflategate scandal involving the New England Patriots, but both teams are concerned about the past. The Pats are looking for their 4th Super Bowl and first since 2004, while Seattle's looking to become the first team since New England to win back-to-back titles. Players on both sides say they'll have to bring their A game to be victorious.
The game is the game. We know that, you know, New England Patriots are a great football team. We know that they're going to battle. They have an unbelievable quarterback, arguably one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, in Tom Brady. So we're going to have to play our best football game.
You know, it's the biggest game of our season, but truthfully, when the ball's kicked off, it's like another game. So, you know, you just rely on the experience that you've had to be able to, you know, temper the emotions and enthusiasm, and then it's an emotional game, so you got to let it all hang out when you get out there.
To gymnastics, Alabama gymnast Caitlin Clark was named the Southeastern Conference Specialist of the Week. Clark was vital in the Tide's upset of the #1 Florida Gators last week, posting a career-best 9.975 on the vault. Clark was also Alabama's top scorer on the floor exercise, an event the Tide is currently ranked #1 in the nation. It's some SEC basketball scores before we sign off. LSU continues to play well. They beat South Carolina 64-58. And in the Egg Bowl of basketball, it's Ole Miss coming out on top over Mississippi State 79-73. That's all the time we have for sports. We're back with more news right after the break.